Hey, hi, hello everybody, and welcome back to the Goat Force Gaming channel, where we play the roguelikes and the roguelites every single time. Folks, it is tremendous to be back out here with you again today. We're taking another look at When the Light Dies. This is an excellent roguelite survivors type game that brings the spooky. It does. We are up against all of the eldritch horrors. We've got biting rats and weird looking creatures that are going to show up throughout the course of our run. And you know what? We're going to have a great time out here today. I've decided that's what we're going to do. If you were with us last time, you know that we had an epic run in When the Light Dies. And since then, I've been a little bit addicted to this video game. I have been doing several runs here and there, and through doing so, I have opened up some new toys to play with that we're gonna throw down with today. One of which being, we got a damn minigun. Isn't that what they said in Terminator 2? I swear they did. He's got a damn minigun. I swear that's what they said. Such a great moment in that film. So, folks, we are going to have another epic run in When the Light Dies today. Going to try to get the win. Really what I want to try and do is get a little bit more meta progression currency, because there's an upgrade that I want to grab that is going to allow us to set enemies on fire. At least it'll give us a chance to do so. So we're going to have a great run today. We're going to try to make it all the way to the end. We are going to open up this piercing capability. That is going to be tremendous. And we'll give this minigun a nice little test, right? Now, speaking of the previous video for When the Light Dies, when we got together, when we basically modified a pistol into becoming a fast-firing shotgun of sorts. Ooh, that's another new capability we're gonna show off today. We've got a dark energy-powered flamethrower that siphons our sanity. No, seriously. We're gonna try it. Yeah, so we had an epic run last time, but what I was getting at is that the interest in this game was off the charts. I mean, the support was just incredible. I want to thank all of you for hanging out and watching that video as much as folks did. I'm glad everybody enjoyed it. And so I thought, you know what? I think there's a lot of interest in this game. I think the game is awesome. I want to support the dev, and I want to support the community by, by telling you that the video that you are watching right now is rated G for giveaway. Yes, folks. Isn't that tremendous? We are going to give away some copies of When the Light Dies, because we love giving away video games on this channel. If you know, you know, and many of you know. In fact, we're going to try and give away 200 games in 2024, and we're on our way to doing that. Thanks to you. Thanks to everybody that supports. All of our viewers and all of our channel members, you all enable us to do these. All right. Temporarily increase the character's defense by 10% for 10 seconds, or damage and fire rate. Let's do that. And we have to actually trigger those. Those are active abilities, and they also siphon from your sanity, which we can also use it to power a green flamethrower, which is quite nice. Let's be honest. It's quite nice. So we'll be doing a little bit of that here and there as well, as we have the sanity to pump into it. Let's get back to that rated G video, shall we? So we're going to give away 4 copies of When the Light Dies. And all you need to do to be eligible for the giveaway is to be subscribed and leave a comment. That's it. That's it. I always love a good coffee recommendation, and some of you lately have been popping a lot of those into the comments. Appreciate you. Appreciate you quite a bit. I'm going to run over to this box real quick here. I know the wave just started, but I'm hoping that there is some fuel in here. Yes, there's the lantern oil and an apple for our trouble. And I'm going to change this out with the gin. And that was totally worth it. So let's switch to the oil. And let's refill. Perfect. All right. Now we're going to run back to our campfire here. Let's go with the damage increase. Kind of have to find that Goldilocks zone between the fire rate and the damage, because the damage is certainly lower on the minigun, which worked for Arnold Schwarzenegger way back when, because he was just trying to kneecap guys, but we're not trying to do that to these rats. We want them gone. All right, looks like our campfire is already dead. The light has died. So we're gonna head probably to the east, I'm thinking. Ooh, damage increased by 30%. Yes. The game is listening to us. Yeah, let's go ahead and head east. Fire rate increased, movement speed, maximum health. Let's go fire rate. And then I think we're gonna want to start thinking about reload after that. I'll say this too. If this video ends up doing the type of numbers that the previous When the Light Dies video did, you know, where we get over 100 likes on the video, which was just very unexpected, let's say, in the best way. If that happens again, I think we're just going to have to double the amount of giveaways that we do for this game, being that there's that much interest in it. So let's see what happens out there. All right, I am going to read the book for a moment and get some sanity and stamina back. Hopefully we don't freeze to death in this blizzard. I don't think we will. I've got a whole cup of coffee. We're staying warm out here. Cheers to you, by the way. I am out here with a medium roast, and it is quite nice right now. And to the commenter that said, hey, Goat, you may want to look into a light Ethiopian roast. It'll change your life. I'm looking into it, buddy. Love the recommendation. Thank you. Critical chance increased by 7.5. Let's do it. I keep forgetting to shut off my lantern. You know, when there's that many systems to keep track of it, you tend to forget a few here and there, but it's okay. It's all right. It's not the end of the world. Yeah, the light dies, you move on. Sometimes you gotta walk around in the dark. It's a thing. So, speaking of coffee, I may or may not have added a new machine to my overall repertoire, and I'm pretty excited about it. I did pick up what I would call an entry-level espresso machine, and I have been toying around with that There was one on sale for around $70 US, and I thought, I don't know if I'm going to be super into making my own or not, because there's more than 3 steps. And usually, when I cook anything, I stop at 2 steps. For instance, if I'm making dinner, usually my approach to dinner consists of open the bag, being step 1, pop the contents of bag into cooking vessel, step 2, and then step 2.5, put in oven. You know what I mean? Critical chance increased by 10%. I think that's pretty good. Let's do that. Let's do that. All right, we've got a fire that is nice and close. We're gonna scavenge real quick. Ride or die. No, we do not want ride or die. We've got a better book right now that'll give us more sanity back at a faster clip. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. All right, I know, we're gonna get eaten up a little bit. That's okay. Boss arrives in 30 seconds. We're ready. We're ready. So I've been messing around with this espresso maker, and you know what, folks? It turns out it's a lot of fun. It really is. And there is something so satisfying pulling that shot of espresso and just looking at that frothy, brown, milky-ish, lovely drip that comes out. It's just so satisfying. I love the noise of pulling a shot. I like watching the shot come out. It's exciting. And then you look at what you've made and you're like, oh my goodness, I'm an artiste, you know? I'm a coffee artiste. It was super exciting. And, oh man, look at us. Look at us out here. Out of sanity, out of light. Goodness gracious. All right. We need to retreat to a light source. Good news, there's one east of us. And I think we're going to be okay here. So let's go fire rate by 5%. I know, not like we need it, but I think it's the best out of all the options, right? Okay, not what I was hoping for. Everybody knows what I was hoping for. All that oil that I abused by not shutting the lantern off, right? Now let's get this going. Hopefully this boss shows back up. Alright, I am gonna have to go grab that experience. At least while our health is looking okay, we can afford to. So the other thing is, we have the flavored coffee syrups. At one point, years ago, my wife and my kids were out, and I don't know where they were, but wherever they were at, they had a bunch of the syrups marked down on sale, and so, you know, they bought a few bottles of it. I think the brand is Tirani. It's something like that. Should be taking this guy out pretty soon, I'm thinking. Hey, there we go. Perfect. All right. The first leg out of 3 completed. And we're getting that hot, hot currency that we need. So that's great. Well, let's light this up, and then we're going to shut that lantern off. Perfect. Okay, we don't want the gin. And you got oil? No. Man. Lantern oil, hard to come by. Let me tell you, driving a hard bargain out here. So I took the oat milk that we have, and I added a tablespoon of vanilla and a tablespoon of raspberry, and I mixed that up. And then I put the oat milk under the steamer. Now, folks, I gotta tell you something about these steamer wands. All right, you've seen them, right? If you haven't operated one, you know what you ought to do first? Is read the directions or watch a video of a professional barista doing it. Let's take a sip here. Outstanding. Cheers to you. All right, let's go vampirism this time. You know, I'll tell you, it turns out that you are actually supposed to put the entire wand, you're supposed to submerge the wand into the milk or the cream, you know, whatever you're steaming, right? All the way in. Well, I didn't know that. You know, I've never gone behind the stage. I'm always watching from a distance a little bit, you know? Well, you know what? When you aim a wand of steam at a cup full of liquid, do you know what happens? That liquid shoots all over the effing place. All over. All over your new machine. All over your face. Some might get in your eyes. Okay? And let me tell you something. If you have never had oat milk in your eyes or your face, don't try it. It's not something that you want to say, hey, you know what? I'd like to start my day out getting oat milk all over everything. That's what I would really like to do. That's not something you should do. And now you don't have to, because you know. Now you know. So I may have gotten oat milk all over everything in the kitchen. But here's the silver lining to all of it, okay? My wife, she was out. She was out picking up some plants at the, the old plant shop, right? Where you go and get plants. So, crisis averted. No big deal, right? No big deal. So I learned my lesson. You submerge the wand. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm happy to tell you that now I am a professional barista. The drinks that I have achieved are impressive. People have told me, Goat, this is the real deal Holyfield, okay? And I'm very excited about it. I'm very excited about it. Fire rate increased by 10%. Ooh, crit chance. There we go. We're going to become a regular crit commander. If you know, you know, right? Some of you know. Okay. Lord Jason Mows on that, right? Okay, let's light this up. We'll light the night. Get rid of the demon dogs. We don't want them that close. And we're going to shut off our lantern. See, this is going really well. Halfway through the wave already. The time just flies when you're having fun. Hey, if you're having a fun time, do me a favor, hit that like button. Glad you're out here with us. I'm glad we're able to give away video games. I hope we all have a nice week this week. Speaking of barista, sometimes we joke, all this AI stuff that's happening out there, right? Every time you turn around, oh, look at this AI. Look at what AI is doing now. Sometimes we joke, if my job ever gets eliminated, could go make coffee for a living, right? And now I'm like practicing for my second career, right? From recruiter to barista. How about that? Giddy up. so having a great time making fancy coffees for folks. In fact, I handed a cup to my sister-in-law. She was not expecting, you know, she's met me, right? So I said, hey, would you like a latte? She's probably thinking, oh God, what the hell is this gonna be, you know? What I handed her was way beyond what she was expecting. Let's just say that, you know? All right, we got a long blizzard coming here. Do we have anything to drink? No, we don't, because I said, hey, we don't need the liquor. That's all right. That's okay. It'll be fine. I was gonna say we could read the book for a second and chill during the blizzard, literally, but that's okay. I'm still a little bit concerned about the amount of damage that we're doing. You know, we're kind of getting to that point where the durability of the enemies is starting to pass us by a little bit. So, man, oh man, this is tempting, but then it just knocks the damage down again. We could do this and hope that maybe it activates our usage of the skills a little bit. Boy, oh boy, this guy is right on top of us. Whoop. Oh no! Oh man, death on the reload. What a bummer. What a bummer. You know, let's try another one here. Let's see if we got the amount needed for the blessed bullets. We did not, but we're very, very close. All right, so let's try a run with the pistol. And we've got the increased difficulty up as well. I actually appreciate that the game is as difficult as it is still, even though I've been playing for as long as I have, and I've got the different pieces of meta progression that are opened now. I respect that. Okay. I think we'll go with the flamethrower again, with the idea that maybe we'll try to use that a little bit more often this time. I know we didn't get to it very much. Let's go extra shot this time. Usually that's not one that I lean into very often. All right, so we're gonna go with a help me here as opposed to a help me hurt me. And I think we'll lean into the crit damage a little bit. And I'm thinking that maybe this time we should go with the grenade approach as well. That's not one that I use very often, and I don't think we've shown that off to you yet either, which I think is important. Active ability cooldown reduced, dark magic. Let's go dark magic resistance. We'll go with some defensive options that, you know, probably would have helped last time. See, the grenade's kind of nice, isn't it? Okay, let's go with defense again. And what I'm actually gonna do is skip ahead a little bit in the run and put us back into the spot that we were right before we passed away last time, and we'll pick it up there. That way this video doesn't end up being 3 hours long. So I'll see you in a minute. This is probably a good spot to weave you back into this next run. We are halfway through the second leg of the journey, And it's good to be back here with you. We have kind of looked back at that first run that was really successful from the other day and kind of built out in a similar way where I've leaned into kind of turning the pistol into more of a sawed-off shotgun type of approach to really get that wide blast of bullets. And we've got a relatively high crit rate. I think we've got to add a little bit more oomph to the overall damage now that we're going up against these demon dogs. All right, we'll knock the reload time down again. Yeah, reload rate is looking really good. Okay. So let's do some reading before we take off here. Well, I guess that is not going to help build stamina right now. But what we can do is add to this lantern. I think definitely want to do that. And I'm going to go ahead and scavenge here and see if we can find some booze. No booze, but the apple will help if we run into a nasty health situation. So let's see if we can get to this fire slowly but surely, especially during this blizzard. Hey, if you celebrated Mother's Day with your family, I hope it was wonderful. We had a house full of folks and had a really nice time. I told my wife that I'd make whatever she wanted for dinner. And the next words out of her mouth were skirt steak. What a time to be alive. Out of all the things that she could have chose, she went with skirt steak. Really tremendous. I ended up getting 5.5 pounds of skirt steak. I think that's the most skirt steak I've ever asked the butcher to cut. But we had a lot of people. We had my mom and dad, of course, and my mother-in-law, her significant other, and my sister-in-law came as well. You're thinking, Goat, that still sounds like way too much beef. What are you talking about? What are you doing over there? I know. You're not wrong. We ended up with a lot of additional steak. You know, we're gonna pop this off too, come to think of it. Start leaning in here. Let's go with reload time again. Holy moly. Alright, we gotta head to the next fire. I'm gonna step on it a little bit and use some of this stamina to get us there. Okay. But you know, not necessarily a bad thing at all on the extra beef. I mean, as I was cutting it to get it ready, I said, boy, you know, I think maybe I got too much. And my wife goes, just make it all. We'll make tacos or something one night. Thought, man, just another stellar idea. Seasoned it with salt, pepper, garlic powder. And while I was preparing it, I tossed the cast iron cooking surface onto the grill. Started to get that hot. Now I've got a 4 burner, so I just set all the burners to high to get that surface just ripping hot. You know, you want that skizzle dizzle when you throw the steak on there. You know what I'm talking about. So we did. We really achieved something special. It took a while to cook it all, I'm not gonna lie. You know, because I wanted it all to be flat on that surface. Cheers to you. Let's grab some water. And let's grab... I guess, you know what? No. let's go with the gin, just in case we run into another blizzard situation, and we will head over to this campfire. Looks like we're gonna have a boss on the scene real soon here, which may be bad timing to be rushing to a campfire, but hey, it is what it is. Make lemonade with lemons, right? All right, there we go. We did it. Now I am going to utilize the flamethrower as much as possible. I know we don't have... Well, I guess we do have a ton of sanity to utilize for this. It's probably because we're siphoning sanity off those kill shots occasionally. Perfect. I like that we can shoot the pistol and the flamethrower at the same time. Get that combined damage hit. It's nice, isn't it? I am watching the health here. I think we're going to fire off an apple. Let's go with increased damage. I think the fire rate is pretty good. We can take a little bit of a hit there. I want to take this boss out right now before it gets more power. You've probably noticed that our flamer is providing a source of light for us as well. You know, because science. But we should be smart here and start making our way towards this fire that's 8 units away. Still keeping an eye on our health. It's going up and down, you know. I think this prominence flame may be giving us a slight amount of life back over time. Occasionally you can see the green numbers pop. Hey, there we go. We got the win. How about it? Okay, not bad. And we're continuing to get a ton of good currency toward that fire bullets upgrade that I'd like to get next. And then from there, what I'll do is I'll start cranking up the difficulty on the game. I am looking forward to those fire bullets quite a bit. I am going to switch from gin to whiskey. Even better temperature climb offered there. So we had a number of adjoining dishes. You know, we didn't just eat several pounds of beef, although I would have been just fine with that approach as well. I know, shocker, right? I think we're gonna lean into this green flame action again. So we had the green fluff, and I guess, I mean, we've been calling it green fluff for years. I guess it's called Watergate salad. That's one of the terms for it. And then I guess some people also call it Waterford salad. We've always just called it green fluff or green shit. For good reason. For good reason. We've got to head to a source of fire. Come on, goat. What are you doing? All right, this is going okay so far with the flamethrower action. Wow. We're gonna light this up. Oh no! Oh, goodness. Goodness. All right. Well, hey. We still had fun out there. Did we get the requisite currency? Let's see. I think we did. Folks, look at this. Chance to inflict burn on enemies when shooting. Now, this is what's going to be interesting for next time. Are these guys going to serve as sources of light if they're on fire? I want to know for science. Hey, thank you so much for all the support. And I'm excited that we're going to give away 4 copies of When the Light Dies to this community. Be subscribed, leave a comment, and do me a favor, leave a like on the video. It helps many more people see the video. If you're not convinced of that, take a look at the other video for When the Light Dies. The likes really do help drive views. And like I said, if the views go crazy again and people are super excited and interested in this game, we'll just double the amount of giveaways. How about that? And we can do that because of all the support from all of you. So, thank you so much. If you want to see more When the Light Dies, let me know in the comments. And I am happy to play more of this game because, quite honestly, I'm going to anyways. All right. We'll see you next time out there. Take care.